This is a list of my top 10 favorite games of all time. Before I start, I want to emphasize that these are my favorite games, not necessarily the games that I think are the best ever made. I took into account things like story, world building, gameplay, and overall impact, but I also factored in the memories and feelings I associate with them. Whether it was solo adventures or multiplayer chaos with friends, these games gave me unforgettable experiences. So before we get into the main list, let's start with some honorable mentions. Modern Warfare 3. MW3 came out in 2011 and was my first game I ever got on the Xbox 360. I had just gotten my console, and being able to hop online and play with friends was an unforgettable experience. It's not my favorite Call of Duty by any means, but it holds a special place in my heart as my introduction to online gaming. NBA 2K16. This might be a controversial pick, but again, this is a list of my favorite games, not the games I think are necessarily the best. I'm a huge basketball fan, and 2K16 hit at the perfect time. My friends and I were making my players, running park games, and just vibing. The gameplay was tight, and both my crew and my team were at their best. But it was really the memories about this game that made me love it so much. Laughing through wins and losses, late night sessions, and the unbeatable feeling of running the park with my friends. This game was a huge reason why I still play 2K today. Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley, in my opinion, is the greatest indie game ever made. It's iconic and has inspired countless farming and life sim games, but none, in my opinion, has matched the charm and depth of Stardew. I'm usually more of an action adventure person, but there's something incredibly soothing about tending to my farm, raising animals, and interacting with the townspeople. It's the type of game I can always return to when I need to relax. Now that we've covered some honorable mentions, let's get into my top 10 favorite games of all time. Fortnite. Fortnite hit during my high school years, and the timing couldn't have been any better. The Battle Royale genre was still new, and Fortnite did it better than anybody. The building mechanic made fights more exciting and allowed for crazy skill expression survivability, which I really appreciate in a Battle Royale game. Every game was unique, and at the time, nothing felt better than getting a victory royale in Fortnite. On top of that, everybody was playing. Whether it was normal people like me or even celebrities, everybody was playing Fortnite at the time. I could come from school and hop on Xbox and knew that my friends were going to be there ready to play. It could just be me reminiscing on the good old days, but to me, Fortnite's early seasons might be the greatest peak any game has ever had. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Some people might think this is too low, but it doesn't take away from how much I love this game. Breath of the Wild was my intro into open world games, and it blew me away. It revolutionized the genre with its total freedom. No waypoints, no hand-holding, just pure exploration. You could climb anything, go anywhere, and figure things out for yourself. The gameplay is tight, and the world is stunning, and the story is subtle but powerful. Breath of the Wild, for me, set the stage for my love of open-world games, and it definitely belongs on this list. Grand Theft Auto 5. GTA 5, for me, is all about the moments. The story is great, but GTA Online is where the magic really happened. The chaos, the creativity, the heists, it never got old. One of my favorite gaming memories is the launch day of the Fleeca Job heist. I don't know if you guys remember, but at the end of that heist, you had to land on a beach and fly away in a buzzard. For me, everything was going smoothly until one of my friends flew straight into the buzzard blades during the extraction, making us restart. We've been grinding for hours, and it was infuriating, but somehow hilarious at the same time. It's those type of moments that made GTA so unforgettable, and I can't wait for GTA 6. Baldur's Gate 3. I got into this game a little late, but once I did, I couldn't stop. The dynamic storytelling and layered characters are unlike anything I've ever played before. The way your party choices and dialogue decisions affect the entire game is amazing. I've already done multiple playthroughs, playing both the hero and villain role, and each felt totally fresh. The world is massive and reactive, and the replayability is off the charts. This is one of the best RPGs I've ever played, and definitely deserves the 7th spot on my list. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is my favorite Call of Duty ever. The multiplayer was peak in this Call of Duty, and Zombies was at its best. Every DLC added incredible content, amazing maps, weapons, and unforgettable Zombies experiences. I was in middle school when this dropped, and everyone was playing it. That social element, logging in and seeing your friends all online, made the game even more special. Black Ops 2 was a moment in time, and it delivered every time I booted it up. Starting off my top 5 favorite games of all time is Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead 2 might have the most immersive world and characters in gaming. The NPCs have routines, remember your actions, and respond in believable ways. Arthur Morgan is one of the most well-written protagonists ever, and his story explores deep themes like loyalty, morality, and redemption with real emotional depth. His arc hit me hard, and the ending is something I'll never forget. This game made me feel things most games don't even come close to, and that's why it's my 5th favorite game of all time. Destiny 1. This one might be a surprise to some people, but Destiny 1 is high on my list because of the memories and special spot that it holds in my heart. I played it with some of my best friends, grinding raids, battling in trials, or just goofing off in the tower, and it was all a blast for me. The raids and bosses were challenging, dynamic, and incredibly satisfying to beat. It made for a great PvE experience and gave this game something that most games don't have, and that's the ability to be played casually, a little more intensely. Most games on this list have to get into a bit, but Destiny is a game where I can just pick up and play it. The PvE was great, but the PvP was where I thrived. I loved the Crucible, and I loved tailoring builds to dominate in it. The exotics felt exciting to chase and powerful to use. Compared to Destiny 2, D1 felt more rewarding, less grindy, and it still remains my favorite looter shooter of all time. Coming in at number 3 is Elden Ring. If you can't tell by now, I love open world games, and Elden Ring has what I think is the best world in gaming. The lands between is insanely detailed and feels handcrafted at every corner. FromSoft nailed the combat in this one, and it's challenging, but also rewarding. Exploration constantly pays off, whether it's a hidden boss or some obscure dungeon. I always felt like there was something exciting just up ahead. I loved experimenting with different builds and figuring out how to tackle each fight. It's punishing, but that just makes every win feel earned. Elden Ring is easily my top 3. My second favorite game of all time is The Witcher 3. This is a perfect 10 out of 10 game for me. The story, the world, the characters, everything hits. Geralt is one of my favorite protagonists, and the way CD Projekt Red built the narrative and its side quests is masterful. It feels like you're living in a fantasy novel, and every choice you make carries weight. The world is huge, second only to Elden Ring in my eyes, and is packed with monsters, meaningful side quests, and living, breathing NPCs. Combat is deep and rewarding, with tons of builds to experiment with, and The Witcher 3 is the best blend of world building, gameplay, and storytelling I've ever experienced. Coming in at number 1 as my favorite game of all time is Minecraft. This might be a hot take, but to me, Minecraft is the best game ever made. It's timeless, the creativity is endless, and with mods, the possibilities grow exponentially. Other games might have deeper stories or more complex mechanics, but Minecraft is the one game that I return to every single year. It has something for every mood and every kind of player. Whether I'm building solo or surviving with friends, Minecraft gives me both deeply personal and shared experiences. There is no other game that I've been consistently playing for over a decade now, and that's why Minecraft is my number 1 favorite game of all time.